What's up, guys? Mitchell Watts with Town & Country TV, and today we are at the Bronco Super Celebration East in Townsend, Tennessee. And as you can see behind me, we've got some ride-alongs for the new 2- and 4-door Bronco. We just got through doing our ride-along in the Bronco Sport, which if you haven't had a chance to see that video, make sure you click on the link up in the cards or down in the description. You can check that out. But we are going to be comparing that directly to this 2- or 4-door. Not sure which one we're getting just yet, but the new 2- or 4-door Bronco. So we're super excited to show you that. Let's go ahead and jump in and show you what this thing's all about. Well, how are you doing? Do you mind being on our YouTube channel by chance?
Nope, not
okay.
at all.
Fantastic.
This is the Badlands with the Sasquatch package and the Luxe interior.
Okay.
But it is the 2.3.
Oh, this is the 2.3.
The 2.3.
So I have to ask you, do you have a Bronco on order yourself?
I don't yet, no.
Okay. Okay. If you were, how would you probably spec it out?
Well, I'm very torn between a 2-door and a 4-door. I've kind of come to the conclusion I need one of each.
Yeah. I like your thinking.
Definitely the Sasquatch package. I have really enjoyed the first edition.
Okay.
I also really like the Wild Trek.
Okay.
Because I'm a desert racer, and so I don't necessarily need the stay bar disconnect.
So you're from the other end of the country.
I am. This is my first time here.
Is it really? Well, welcome to the South.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're from Alabama ourselves, so we've got a little YouTube channel that focuses on Ford product. We've got a Ford dealership in Alabama, and we do a lot of modifications on F-150s and soon-to-be Broncos. So
I do really love the Luxe interior. So I love having the electric seats. I love the leather interior.
Awesome.
I love the heated steering wheel.
Yeah, hey, the luxuries I don't mind at all as well. So this is the leather seat. So we've got I've personally got a Badlands with the marine grade vinyl ordered. What is your opinion on the leather versus vinyl? Since you've apparently got a lot of seat time.
So I actually have not driven one with the vinyl.
Okay.
But from what I've heard from other people, is I think that the vinyl maybe isn't as, it's not as soft as the leather. Okay. But of course it's easier to clean and
hose it out. If you with care, you have to, someone posted in one of our previous videos, you have to be careful. You say just blatantly hose it out, because if you get water in the air vents, I'm sure that's probably not under warranty.
Yep. And of course all the electronics, but to hose out the interior is absolutely pretty amazing. I've never had a vehicle that you can just pop the plug and
absolutely. So you're a desert racer. What do you mind going a little deeper into that? I'm kind of curious to know the backstory there.
Yeah. So my name is Shelby Hall, and I've been involved in off-roading and desert racing my whole life. My grandfather was Rod Hall. Really? And he spent a portion of his career as racing strop Broncos, and he actually holds the record of being the only person to overall the Baja 1000 in a 4-wheel drive vehicle. Wow. And it was in a Ford Bronco. That is awesome. So the Ford, so you bleed blue, it sounds like. Yes. So that's how I got to be a part of this whole program, and I was a driver for the Bronco R team. Really? Which is, so that's Ford awesome. Built that Bronco as part of the launch, so I raced that in 2019 and 2020 at the Baja 1000. That is fantastic. So I'm assuming you race at King of the Hammers and all that kind of stuff? No, I'm not a rock racer. I haven't done that yet. Okay. But last year I did compete in the Rebelle Rally, which is a women's only 8-day navigational rally. Wow. In a Bronco Sport, and we won. That is awesome. Congratulations. Pretty rad. Thank you. So that is awesome. 2 females. We are the first people to claim a win for the new gen Bronco. That is awesome. Yeah. Well, I think that's just now getting started, because this thing it's wild. I mean, you could tell Ford's done their due diligence with. I agree. With this vehicle. I know a lot of people have, everybody in the forums get upset because, they delayed it, and I'm of the opinion
thankfully that they delayed it, because the last thing we need is for Ford to put out a premature product.
Yes.
Ford understands this is, I've been at our dealership for 21 years and I've never seen a launch like this.
Wow.
And, even the 2005 Mustang, which was wild, it doesn't compare to the level of passion that people have about this Bronco.
I agree.
All right, so I think we're turning off of the trail. We had to do a little bit of driving to actually get to the trail itself. Oh, they've even got a bouncer at the entry.
We do.
Making sure nobody else is pulling off that's not supposed to be, I guess.
Well, then we have to it's private land.
Ah. I see auto start stop is back.
It is. You can turn it off.
Which is good.
Which is great.
Yep.
So this model does have 7 different G.O.A.T modes.
Okay.
To change modes, you just toggle this dial. So here I'm going to put it into mud and reds,
okay,
which you can see on the dash screen. Tells you that it's changing gears. It put us into 4 high. Mm-hmm. It turned on our front facing camera, and it locked the rear diff.
Really?
The cool thing is you can totally override it. Mm-hmm. So if you are a more novice driver and you don't know exactly when you want to have the differentials locked, or if you want the traction control on or off, it's totally set up for you. But if you are a more seasoned driver, mm-hmm, you can override it and be in full control.
Awesome.
So the different modes actually make a huge difference in the drivability of the vehicle. So it changes things like the throttle mapping and the ABS system, stability control, the steering input. It's incredible. You can hear the difference of how long it holds the gears, and you can really feel sometimes it's easier to steer, and then in other modes it's really tighter, and everything is up to the driver.
Yep.
Whatever you prefer. But I think it's so cool that you get the option.
Had you not told me this was a 2.3, I would have not realized it. I've got a 2.7 on order, but I'm interesting. It's interesting to see how, I guess it's a part of the gear ratio, the 10-speed automatic transmission and the gear reduction, I'm assuming. Is that a part of it, or what is why do you feel like it's got this much power?
It's still a twin turbo.
It's the EcoBoost.
It's the EcoBoost.
Hashtag EcoBoost.
So honestly, this is the first time that I've driven the 2.3.
Okay.
And I didn't know at first.
Really?
I was kind of like, oh, this one feels a little bit different, but and maybe it's just whatever,
But but you've been driving 2.7s consistently.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden you get into a 2.3 and you didn't.
I didn't really notice. There was a couple instances where I thought, oh, it's lagging a little bit.
Yep.
So then I got out and looked and realized it was the 2.3, but
wow.
I think I'm impressed.
That's impressive that you didn't notice it at first.
I know.
That speaks volumes towards that engine.
I would say the time that I notice it the most is when we're climbing a hill.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put it into rock crawl mode.
Okay.
So to go between high and low, you do have to put it in neutral.
Okay.
Toggle to rock crawl. It tells me what it's doing, 4x4 shift in progress. You could feel that it disconnected the stay bar. Yep. And it locked the rear differential. And then I do want the front diff locked, so I went ahead and just locked it.
Not even trying. That's impressive.
Oh, it's cool. Got the G.O.A.T somewhere.
Oh, that is nice. What's impressive is you can go this fast during the trail and still mess with the screen at the same time.
Yeah.
That's a telltale sign. This is nothing compared to what she's used to.
This one's pretty cool. This is your front tires. So that's really helpful, like when you're in the rocks, or maybe you're close to an edge, or there's some sort of obstacle coming out into the road.
That's awesome. So it's using those cameras located in the front mirrors, I'm assuming, to point forward. I'm just curious if I cover my hand. Yep, that's exactly. Okay, that's cool. That's a good use of those extra cameras.
I want to lock the front differential,
okay,
which you can only lock when you're in low range.
That's interesting. I didn't know that you could only lock the front differential in low range. That's, I guess that keeps people from accidentally doing it on the road.
Yes. So this is the stay bar disconnect. This is your front diff lock, your rear diff lock, trail turn assist, and then your advanced track turn off.
Okay.
So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to turn on our trail turn assist.
Okay. Oh wow, that's...
So that we can make this sharp turn. So I have named this donut mode. So this, I'm serious, because it does a perfect donut. So when you're like, you know, in the dunes or something like that, it does a perfect donut. But this was very exciting to me because I got to actually use it as trail turn assist.
That is very cool. First legitimate use of it, right?
Yes, and it is so cool.
Wow, that is a sharp turn. Holy crap.
Isn't that incredible?
That is insane. That's not even normal. Like, that's not natural.
It's so cool.
That was crazy. All right, so we just got through with that trail turn assist, and that thing, that's weird. It almost like it shouldn't be able to do that. So, yeah. I thought I knew how to off-road, and then she is showing me up. So she doesn't know this yet, but our ongoing theme for each one of the videos, I don't know why, but I accidentally started saying I'm 6'3" in every one of our videos. And the fact that you came out and said you were 5'3",
5'2",
5'2",
yeah.
5'2" and a half. So absolutely. Well, thank you very much for the, I guess we're not even done yet, are we?
We're not done yet.
Okay, cool. Well, let's see what's next. We're going to get a couple pictures, and then we'll keep on going. Oh, he is booking it up that hill. Are we going to do the same, please?
Sure.
Please say yes.
Please say yes.
Both me and Josh are both adrenaline junkies, so you could probably scare me, but we might like it.
Okay, all right. So here I'm going to use the trail control.
Okay.
So to enable trail control, you just hit the middle button.
Okay.
It tells you on the screen that it's been activated.
Okay.
And then you use the set buttons just like you would cruise control.
Okay.
So now I don't have my feet on either pedal. And then you can adjust your speed still from the set buttons. And it's really helpful. It's kind of dried out here now, but like in any sort of wet or loose terrain, man, it just keeps the vehicle at that set speed so stable.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible. I did a little experiment one time where I thought, oh, come on, I know how to brake. I got this.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it one time, did a very steep descent one time on my own. Yep. And then one time using trail control. And the trail control felt so much safer. You know, when you're braking yourself, mm-hmm. every time you release the brake, you're gaining momentum. Mm-hmm. And then you have to cut the momentum. So when you're using trail control, it just keeps enough pressure on the brake so that you keep that same speed and you're not constantly having to fight momentum. So it's really great.
Wow, that's cool. And this whole time you've not been using, I say this whole time, just recently you still haven't used the gas or the brake?
I just did around the corner because we kind of need to be different speeds.
Okay. That's impressive.
But until we came around the second corner, that was all the vehicle.
That
so
is
I put it
awesome.
into slippery mode just now.
since we're on a little bit more of a flat area, I guess.
And I actually, it puts us into 4 automatic. So it's like all-wheel drive.
Yep.
And it loosens up the steering a little bit. And so I feel like on this road, I don't need quite such tight steering.
I see.
So it's more just driver preference. And also I feel like mud and ruts holds the gears. So that's helpful for when you're going slower. So you're not having to use the brake so much.
Okay.
But here, I don't need the vehicle to slow me down quite as much.
Unless you have another Bronco coming at you.
Right.
Those headlamps look fantastic.
I love them.
So is everything that you guys are test driving out here, are they pretty much all Sasquatch packages?
Not all of them.
Okay.
That one is not, and I think there's another 2-door that does not have the Sasquatch.
Okay.
I would love to take this road faster, but we have 2-way traffic on it.
Yep. See, this is your forte right here.
This is a little more, yes. It's a little greener than I'm used to.
Yeah. Josh, do you know what this whole test drive has taught me?
What?
I will never be able to push the limits of my Bronco.
Why?
This is it's just, it's kind of like a GT 500 or one of those high performance cars. Is the average person will barely be able to utilize all that it is capable of. It's just capable of a whole lot more than what most people realize.
That's very true, and that's why everyone should go to the off-rodeo.
I will be there on May the 11th, and so will Josh. So, are you working the off-rodeo as well?
I will be, but
Okay.
I don't know where I will be when.
Okay, no, that's fine. Well, thank you so much for the test drive. I appreciate you scaring the crap out of me the whole time, and I'm sitting there just trying to hold it in because I'm like, I have to act manly. No, not at all. Josh, how are you holding up back there?
Pretty awesome.
So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate every one of you guys. And if you have any other questions, leave those in the comments down below. If you haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up button. And obviously, you know what to do. Subscribe to the YouTube channel with that bell notification turned on so you don't miss a single video. Peace.